And so it is our last J-League action for 9 months or so, and the chance to be champions for significantly longer than usual. Today's going to decide who will be the final calendar year J-League winners, and it's come down to Kashima Antlers, who are at home against Yokohama F. Marinos, and the team on which we have our focus here, Kashiwa Reysol, who start this final day a point behind, and knowing that a win here against Machida Zelvia, and anything but a win for Kashima, will give Kashiwa Reysol their second ever J-League title. Having contended for much of the season, then seemingly having lost hope after a run of draws, they've come again with 5 wins in a row, and now they stand on the brink. Machida represent one of only 4 teams who've beaten them in this campaign. And of course, if Go Kuroda's Emperor's Cup winners can do that again, the story will be well and truly over for Kashiwa. They hope, of course, that it's a day of celebration in terms of winning the title, but it's a day to celebrate what has been a magnificent season. And they will do that here. 17th in J-League last season. So an incredible turnaround to come this close under Ricardo Rodriguez. It's a family day as well. Much for everyone to enjoy. There'll be some nervous players out there, and they'll be keen to just get on with this. Well, Diego doesn't start today, but he gets a nice presentation here. I must confess, I don't love the carnival atmosphere and the pats on the back when the title's on the line, but there you go, you could do it afterwards. Kojima reaches a milestone here, their magnificent goalkeeper, the new arrival from Albirex. It's surely time to focus on the job at hand. The presentation of the trophy will either be here or at Kashima Antlers in round about 100 minutes time, something like that. A little bit longer because of half time, of course, couple of hours away. Machida Zelvia players feel that they're at someone else's party here. Having won the cup, they've had a party of their own. Great fans here at the SANKYO Frontier Kashiwa Stadium. Bunches of flowers and everything will be put to one side in a moment as they try to win the title. Well, Kashiwa make 3 changes to the team that breezed past Albirex last week to set up this final day drama. Daiki Sugioka comes into the back 3 alongside Koga and Harada to replace Mitsamaru. Tojiro Kubo plays on the right-hand side of a 4-man midfield. Yamanouchi drops out, and most surprisingly, no place in the starting 11 for Diego, with Koyamatsu starting. Mao Hosoya keeps his place up front for the biggest game of the season after his hat-trick last week. That's how they line up. Koyamatsu with the width. He can be dangerous down that left-hand side. And fresh legs of Kubo and Koyamatsu could make all the difference, we'll see. So many eyes on Hosoya. Has he come good late on to lift them to the title? What a story that would be. Koichiro Fukushima is our referee. It's 213th J-League game of his career. There's the VAR team, led by Futoshi Nakamura. Well, Go Kuroda makes just 2 alterations from the win last week against Nagoya Grampus. Daihachi Okamura comes into their 3-man backline. Ibrahim Dresevic drops out. Hiroyuki Mae comes into the centre of midfield in place of Hokuto Shimada. Mitchell Duke and the outstanding Yuki Soma play in behind Shota Fujio, whose only goal since August came in Machida's magnificent cup final win. Two systems then that match up. 3-4-2-1, who will it be? We'll keep our eye on Kashima, of course we will. Tricky home game for them. Kashima have kicked off, by the way, which is strange, given what's at stake. Normally you would synchronise that, but we're over a minute behind, and we're underway. Kashiwa Reysol in the yellow and black, Sun King, going for the title. Remember, if Kashima win, there is nothing Kashiwa can do. If Kashima draw or lose, a win here, and Kashiwa are champions. There is also the possibility, if Kashima lost and Kashiwa drew, it would come down to goal difference, which would be level if they lost by 1 goal, or rather won by 1 goal. And goals scored favour Kashiwa, and it could come down to that. If Kashima Antlers lost by a single goal and it's a draw here, Kashiwa would be champions. But let's hope it doesn't come down to all of that mathematics. The one bit of hope for Kashiwa, this, by the way, is a tricky game, remember. They've lost 4 times this season, home and away against Kashima, away against Machida, where they were thrashed, really, and home against Vissel back in May. So they're playing one of the 3 sides to beat them. Lost 4, but lost to 3 different teams. But Kashima Antlers not going particularly well. They've been limping over the line, and Yokohama F. Marinos, well, safe of course, but they'll offer a challenge. They're a proud old side, they are. There'll be no lying down. The worst thing for Kashiwa will be if Kashima Antlers do slip up, and so do they. That would be the unforgivable thing. Here they come with Mao Hasoya, the star of last week. Wouldn't they love to go 2 or 3 up early, and for Kashima to find out about that, pile on the pressure. Koga, Sugioka. Kashiwa Reysol do like to play at quite a high tempo. Machida works so hard and press like crazy. Sagawa couldn't quite find a way through. Here's Tani, and now Mochizuki. Scored a couple of times in the Asian Champions League, Mochizuki, and they've done pretty well, Machida, in their debut campaign. Remember, this is only their second ever season in J-League. It's been a remarkable elevation, really. So many nerves around today, made all the more significant by what's happening. Next season, J-League moves from the calendar year system, finishing as we are here in December, to what they call, anyway, the European system. Goes through the winter, so finishing in May. Well, it's nearly the perfect ball through for Hasoya. Konishi, there's Koizumi, who's been so important. Arguably their most important player the last 6 weeks or so, this late run they've gone on. Five minutes played, still nerves, still goalless in both games. Still anyone's title. Oh, there's a slip as he tried to clear. Tani almost set Hasoya through there. That was remarkable. He was lucky he made the contact he did. Look at this. Watch the left foot, yeah, gives way. That could have gone anywhere. Sugioka. New arrival this season from Shonan Bellmare, who was on loan at Machida Zelvia last season, Daiki Sugioka. There's Koyamatsu, the fresh legs down that left-hand side. Now the outstanding Yuki Soma. Can he make something happen? Because Machida will come here to play, don't worry about that. They're 6th in J-League. They can't finish any higher. Vissel, 4 clear of them. They could drop below Kawasaki Frontale on goal difference if they lose, and Frontale wins, so they don't want that to happen. They will proudly push for 6th. Stay where they are. Here comes the throw. Very fashionable long throw. That's a good hit, the follow-up, but it was always skimming just over. It was ballooning trajectory, that, wasn't it? The Machida Zelvia fans can relax. Yes, they want 6, but they have the cup win. The title for them is not on the line. It looked like it might be in the summer when they had a great run of wins. They won 8 J-League games in a row. Went from 10th to challenging for the title. Koyamatsu. Duke. Fujio, to me, jumped into that challenge. It's Konishi on the wrong end of it. And I think that's a really poor challenge from Fujio. He's high and he's late. The arm was out in front of him. The referee's probably going to see this as a collision, but yeah, I'm not sure about that. We'll get a lecture, I think, and nothing more from Fukushima, who is notoriously lenient. I say notoriously, by reputation lenient. It's not necessarily a bad thing to be. He's consistent with it, but yeah, he's lucky to get away with that. Felt like a yellow card, but anyway. The only thing that matters today is the title, really. And it's still goalless. In the other game, we will update you as and when that changes, and we'll know, of course, when this does. There's Nakagawa. Retrieved well by Hosoya. Now Konishi. There's Sugawa. Go Kuroda. Well, the story is a familiar one now, isn't it? The former high school coach at Ayamori Yamada for 28 years in the far north of the country, finally taking over at Machida and taking them eventually up into J-League. Incredible journey. And then challenging for the title in both seasons, really. Just fading late. They were top last season, as late as late September. Won 2 of their last 8 to fade as Vissel took it for the 2nd year in a row. Vissel not able to keep up the momentum this season. It's been Kashima and Kashiwa, separated by a single letter, separated by a single point, going into the final day. Machida have a player down. Ball's going to go out of play. It's going to be okay. Nakagawa. I would say there's been a lack of intensity from Kashiwa. They've been starting games so well, overwhelming teams, not necessarily always scoring early, but really laying down a marker. Not sure that's quite been here, and it's kind of the point I was making about that almost atmosphere of celebration before kickoff. Koyamatsu, plenty of time for them to adapt into the game, but bouquets of flowers pre-match don't always translate into intense beginnings to matches when you need to win the title, remember. The title's on the line today. Koyamatsu's throw. Duke. Terrific team that won J-League back in 2011 under Nelsinho. Hiroki Sakai, who went on to have such a good career in Europe, played with great distinction for Marseille. Junya Tanaka, George Wagner, Leandro Dominguez, fondly remembered, all of them. And there's been much of that doing the rounds this week. The old photos have been out. And here's this new team trying to be legends as well, 14 years on. First ever Japanese team to win the second division and then the top flight in consecutive seasons. Those were their glory years, 2010 to 2014, 6 titles in different competitions. Bad years since. This could be a glorious year that not many saw coming. Koizumi. Here's Sasoya. Can he just wriggle clear? He can. Couldn't quite tee anything up. Just about break that up. Now Duke. Just suspect that Kashiwa up their tempo a bit here. Bit more threatening. Nakayama across. Need to be careful because Machida can offer a real threat with the likes of Duke and Soma and of course Fujio. This is better from Kashiwa. That slick passing game that serves them pretty well, but they've given it away, except there was a foul. Harada getting involved. That's a decent hit, but sliced well wide by Koizumi in the end. It's Sigawa who had a bit of a swing at that. The Cheetah fans behind the goal enjoyed that. And talking of enjoying yourself, look at the Kashiwa fans singing them with every step here. Duke. Took a little nick on the way through, I think. Behind for a corner. Cross to take it is Yuta Nakayama. Arrived last August from Huddersfield Town in England. Former Kashiwa player. Nice ovation for him when he went over there. Decent delivery too. And that's a good hit. Oh, it's a fine save. Kojima got a hand onto that from Yuki Soma. I think he saw that late as well. I think that's a splendid save. Oh, he does see it late. This angle will tell you. Players out there closing down, yeah. Hit with real force. The other game, news for you and bad news for Kashiwa. Kashima Antlers lead by a goal to nil. So at the moment, whatever happens here, they'd be champions. Soma going closer than anyone so far. Leo Seara with the goal for Kashima. So big advantage to them. Right now, they'd be champions by 3 points, Kashima, but of course, much can change. Duke. Machida actually playing pretty well. Here's Yuki Soma. All eyes here on Kashiwa, but Machida certainly the better side in the final third. Soma, who can be inconsistent, looks like he's having a good day here to round off the season. Behind for another corner. Lovely ability to feather those crosses in. Either drive them hard and low or pick out runners at the far post. Great disguise on them as well. Tee something up there, not quite, but Soma again is right at the heart of everything. I think he fancies it today, doesn't he, to coin a phrase. Just in behind Sagawa that time. Long towards Fujio. They need a big performance from Mao Hosoya today, like they had last week. Struggling to get into the game right now. As long as it's 1-0 in the other game, of course, it doesn't take much to turn, because remember, a win here and a draw there, and Kashiwa are champions. If Kashima score again, it would start to stretch away into the distance a bit, wouldn't it? But nothing Kashiwa can do. Here's Koyamatsu. Mochizuki was there. Sugioka. Sagawa, again the furthest player forward. Few whistles and boos here. And the home fans, as Machida just keep the ball, try and frustrate. Very good side, very well coached, Machida. And you've seen that here, they've been set up really cleverly. Now Nakamura, Mochizuki is going to run out of room. Ulsan Hyundai to come next week in the Asian Champions League, drawn 2 and 1-2, lost only once at home against Melbourne City in November. .25 gone here, still goalless. Crucially, not goalless, with 26 gone in the other game. Kashima lead, Leo Ciara. The moment they're going to be champions. To be honest, the way Machida are going about this, having already beaten Kashiwa 3-0 earlier in the season, you wouldn't necessarily expect Kashiwa to fulfill their side of the bargain here right now. A reminder, their striking dilemma is always Hosoya or Kakita. Kakita the more consistent but the less explosive. Hosoya, the hero last week with a hat-trick, preferred here again. Koyamatsu. That's smart defending. And here's Duke, who you think of as a centre-forward, really, but he does such a good job in behind, works so hard. He'd play anywhere, Mitch Duke. Give goalkeeper a go if you wanted. I think he's that type of character. 50 caps for Australia. Nakagawa. Was that a shove in the back? Didn't matter in the end. It was Kubo. It was a shove in the back. Had they scored, it wouldn't have stood. Frustration for him. All he can focus on here is winning the game. 5 wins in a row to back up those 4 draws in September that seem to have cost them the title, and frankly, may yet cost them the title. One of those turns into a win, they'd be favourites. But I think, given the season they've had, they'll focus on what they have done rather than what they haven't. Backing this up will be hard. Hasoya. Here's Mochizuki. Back now with Kosei Tani. Sugioka. Now Hasoya makes the run in behind, and now Hasoya picks the pass. No, good defending at the near post. Nakayama got across, did really well. That's better. Hasoya running the channel. Kozumi available. Koyamatsu was looking to take it short. Finally able to. And that's scythed well wide in the end by Yudai Konishi. Got a little touch before it even got as far as Nakayama, who completed the job pretty well. Kashima leading at the moment. Kashima will be champions. Kozumi. Just been short of that spark here, but they always had the harder task against Machida. Top 6 side here. Always looked a tough ask. It's proving to be at the moment. Sagawa, who went over Mae with the challenge. Here's Koizumi. It's better, isn't it? Sagawa. With a couple of options. Harada's got forward as well. Nakayama now. But look at that. Big Mitchell Duke is back there. Almost playing a defensive midfield role. And then a slip as they tried to get it forward quickly to Fujio. Right now, Kashiwa are not playing like champions, but they could yet be. It's one back this time and trying to find Hasoya. Physical, aren't they? Smartly physical, Machida. That was Mochizuki. Sagawa, horrible team to play against. At the moment it's Yusuke Sagawa, who arrived in the summer from Kawasaki Frontale, who's on the wrong end of it. On another day you might wonder if they had a penalty claim there, but not really. I think he's on the way down. I don't think it's going to be classified as a foul. One of those that's worth thinking about, because it was inside the area, but it certainly wouldn't be a clear and obvious error either. Rodriguez, immaculately tailored as ever, with plenty to say. So we head for the final 10 minutes of the first half. The big chance, the big moment, Yuki Soma's terrific strike that was flicked quite brilliantly around a post by Ryosuke Kojima. Kashiwa have offered little, I'm afraid. Most crucially, even though Kashima would win the title with a draw if it stayed like this here, Kashima are in front. Could it change now? Sagawa, oh, clever ball! Hasoya! And the follow-up is ricocheting crazily and is cleared away, could have gone anywhere. Hasoya, though, didn't have much room to work in. Could he lift it more? Not really, it was awkward for him. Not sure about the first touch. In the end, there's no conviction really in that. First chance though for them. Might just lift them. Machida did really well to deal with that, because it could have gone anywhere. Here it is again. Yeah, he took a while to get it out from his feet, and the goalkeeper cleverly closed it down and then actually made a really good save, that second one. Mochizuki. Oh, they've given it away. Fujio did well. Mae pushes it wide. This is the danger man, Soma. Here's Mochizuki. Kashima just had a goal ruled out for offside. They checked it on VAR, it was really tight, but it stays 1-0 in the other game, 2-0, and you would have started to wonder if it was even possible for Kashiwa. Still 1-0, Leo Ciara with that goal. Another one of these strange battles on the ground. We had 2 or 3 of those. Sign of tension, maybe. Sign of the way Machida play. It was funny last season with Machida Zelvia because I read so many romantic pieces about them all around the world, and it was great to see them and to see J-League getting all of that focus, but I'm not sure how many of the writers who wrote romantically had seen them play. Because the story's great. Go Kuroda from high school takes them up and challenges for the title. The style, well, it's their style, but it's not overly easy on the eye at times. They've developed it a bit this season, but they're still a tough side to play. You come off battered and bruised when you play them. It's funny, you'd think a high school coach was sort of naive, wouldn't you? But anything but. Quite the opposite. Mochizuki awkwardly with the bouncing ball, he's made a mess of it. Now, was Soya fouled? He's not even complaining. He just couldn't make the most of it. But are Kashiwa getting closer? Is that disallowed goal in the other game a turning point? Can happen on final days, strange things. Close, wasn't it? Mochizuki did well, goalkeeper as well is excellent. You can see why Tani got the call up to the senior international side. Great feet here from Sagawa. Tries to tee it up for Hosoya. Does well to spin. He scored in similar fashion last week when he turned around a challenge like that. Fujio. Just didn't get to Hosoya quite in time, but he actually improvised really well. Here come Kashiwa with a bit more purpose now. Sugioka. Nakagawa. Closing moments of the first half. Kashiwa coming on strong in the last 10 minutes or so, but not starting the game well. Machida with the best moment, saves at either end, but that Sommer shot so nearly went through. Here's Nakagawa though, looking for Sagawa. Koyamatsu, can he find a way through? Very nearly, but Mochizuki defended well. And Mitchell Duke slamming it downfield. Happy for Fujio to be the lone ranger up there, really. Here's Sugioka. Held up by Hasoya. Well, that's a bit too much juice on it. Looking for Daiki Sugioka. Looked pretty cynical, and even the referee, as lenient as this, might have to show a card. No, he's not going to. I spoke too soon. Dear me, that's so cynical. Problem with a team like Machida, if you referee them like this, 2 minutes to be added, by the way, you are letting them rather get away with it. It's a bit of a license to foul. Sagawa. Here's Koyamatsu. Duke. Here's Sommer, one final chance to threaten at the end of this first half. And they don't threaten. Chasing back is Mochizuki. And that will just about do it. So Kashiwa are not fulfilling their side of the bargain here. They'll find out at half-time that Kashima Antlers, well, still in added time in that game, lead by a goal to nil. And Kashiwa, well, they needed a tremendous save from Kojima to deny Sommer, and then Tani called into action to stop Hasoya. Machida, the better side for the opening half hour, certainly. Kashiwa then started to threaten, but they need more in the second half. A bit too relaxed for me. At the moment, they're not going to be champions. Half-time, Kashiwa Reysol 0, Machida Zelvia 0.
You J リーグはこれまで常に進化を続けてきた。そして2026年未来に向けて次の大きな一歩を踏み出す。時代の変化とともにアジアをそして世界を見据えたシーズンへ、この歴史的な挑戦の第一歩が明治安田 J リーグ100年構想リーグ。1993年に10クラブで始まった J リーグは30年余りの時を経て今や60クラブ。それぞれの町の誇りを胸に日本サッカーの未来を切り開いてきた。だからこそこの特別な大会は地域に根ざしてスタートする。さあ地域での激闘を超え世界へ羽ばたけ。 J リーグの新たな時代が今始まる。明治安田 J1100 年構想リーグは2025シーズンの結果に基づいた J120 クラブが参加。地域リーグラウンドでは東と西2つのグループに分かれ、各クラブホーム&アウェーの18試合を実施。勝利クラブは勝ち点3を得る。90分で勝負がつかない場合には PK 戦で決着をつける。 PK 戦勝利クラブには勝ち点2、敗北クラブにも勝ち点1が加算される。続くプレーオフラウンドでは1位から20位まで全20クラブの最終順位を決定する。地域リーグラウンドの同じ順位同士がホーム&アウェーで対戦し、合計得点で決着をつける。2試合を終えて合計得点が同点の場合のみ延長戦へ。それでも決着がつかない場合には PK 戦となる。プレーオフラウンド優勝クラブはアジアクラブの頂点を目指す大会 AFC チャンピオンズリーグエリート2026-27の出場権が獲得できる。また地域リーグラウンドでは勝ち点1ごとに特別助成金をクラブに支給。勝ち点1あたり200万円、勝ち点3で勝利すれば600万円、全勝すれば1億800万円を獲得できる。さらに最終順位による賞金は優勝1億5000万円、準優勝6000万円、3位3000万円が与えられる。なおこの大会における降格は行われない。地域ごとにしのぎを削る地域リーグラウンドから1位から20位まで直接対決で順位をつけるプレーオフラウンドまで全200試合。2026年新たな時代が始まる。明治安田 J1100 年構想リーグ。
So this is it for Kashiwa Reysol and Kashima Antlers in the other game. The title down to these two for 45 minutes. Kashiwa have got to score, they've got to win. Kashima are winning in the other game, and that at the moment is enough. Right now it's more than enough. We need just a 1-goal turnaround in both games, and as long as that's the case, it's still very much doable. The other point, I think, is that if Kashiwa could score, and that news could get to Kashima in the other game, it can make funny things happen. I know players say it doesn't, but it does, it can. You've seen it. Anyway, number one thing, they've got to score, they've got to win, they've got to put some pressure on Kashima. Kojima with that brilliant save in the first half. Kept it at 0-0. Machida are a nightmare to play on the final day. They're so consistent, so fired up. They made a double change in Nishimura and O on for Duke and Fujio. I suspect that was preordained. Would explain Mitchell Duke's unbelievable energy. So we're ready to get back underway. So Kashiwa get underway just ahead of Kashima this time. In fact, they've just kicked off there as well, so we've righted that wrong. Great run of 5 consecutive wins. If it comes to an end here, then it's almost certainly the end of that. And if Kashima win, it's over anyway. And the story from the other game, Yokohama Marinos didn't really threaten. I was talking to someone who's across that game, who's watching it intently, who said that if Kashima do score again, and they very nearly did, it will be over. It's hard to see Yokohama F Marinos scoring twice, so let's see. Nothing is preordained. That's part of the joy and wonder of any football season. Hayashi. It's going to be a long throw from the former Yokohama FC player Kotaro Hayashi. Here it comes. Good distance on that. Free kick is given. Yeah, that's a fairly clear foul. Well, he always looks tense, Rodriguez, but he knows that there's no coming back from today. And the way that football people are built, all he'll want is for them to do their job here. Can't do anything about the other game, but he'll be furious if they don't win this. Nakagawa knocked over from behind. Koga. Shoji. Little flick forward for Hiroyuki Mae. Kubo. There's Konishi. Koyamatsu. Kubo. It's a better start here. Konishi with the hit. They do have options, remember. They've got Kakita, who's workmanlike without being spectacular. Nakama, the veteran. Diego surely will come on at some point. Soma just slightly underhit the pass. Yoshio Koizumi. Harada. Hayashi with the throw. Oh, the Korean just went over there. He's such a classic Go Kuroda player, Oh Se-hoon. Big, strong, solid, workmanlike, holds the ball up well. That's given away. It's been a sloppy performance so far from Kashiwa. Here's Yuki Soma. Looks for that long diagonal, and it was a good idea as well. Koyamatsu. Useful hit, but always flying over. Just cut across that a bit. Nakagawa scored 3 important goals this season. Koizumi. Machida might profit here in a moment. Sommer just feels like things are starting to open up a bit. Hayashi, Nakayama, Shoji, fabulous diagonal from the big centre half. Nishimura. Look, they're starting to commit players inside the penalty area here, Machida. Mochizuki. Cut out by Nakagawa. Koizumi with a chance to pick the pass for Sagawa. Hasoya available. Bit too predictable that in terms of the finish. Yeah, too many touches. Too much time to set himself up. Still 1-0 in the other game. Kashima right now are going to be champions. Still there's hope though for Kashiwa. Said it at the start of the second half, as long as you only need a 1-goal swing in both games, it's on. Of course, if Machida score, that would change, as it would if Kashima got a second. Feels like they've managed Kashiwa, and now they're going for the win in the second half. Machida, see their fans, their travelling fans in behind. Hayashi, great distance on that. It was a good defensive header from Koga. A reminder, Kashiwa with 5 wins in a row to come into this final game. Kashima had those 3 draws that let Kashiwa in, and then they've won their last 2 and may well make that 3. Machida, the cup winners, the Emperor's Cup that is. Kashiwa lost the J-League Cup final against Sanfrecce. The moment they're defending here, Sommer with a good delivery, another good defensive header. Nakayama, feel like we've seen this Machida movie a few times. This style of closing down the opposition, grinding them down and then going for the win. Sommer. News from the other game that matters enormously. Remember I said about a 1-goal swing in both games? Now they need more than that, because Kashima have scored again. Leo Seara again on a hat-trick in the game that matters most. And Kashiwa under pressure. The title is ebbing away from Kashiwa Reysol here. Goalkeeper missed his punch. It could go anywhere, and Kojima holds on gratefully. So right now, Kashiwa not only need to score here, they need Yokohama F. Marinos to score twice. And looking at that match statistically, Yokohama F. Marinos haven't had a shot yet, let alone one on target. So that's where we are. All Go Kuroda is interested in is the win. He doesn't care about the story, the romance, any of that. He wants his side to finish with a bang. I mentioned, by the way, they were potentially vulnerable in 6 to Kawasaki Frontale. They're 3-0 down at Urawa. So Machida are finishing 6, whatever. Here's Yuki Soma. Useful ball in, oh, got a touch. Behind for a corner. They think there was a push as well. Well, that's the argument. The contact here. Sugioka, well, he's got plenty of the shirt there of Nishimura, but those are rarely looked at, because they're not seen as clear and obvious. Some justification, but if the referee had seen it and given it, it stays a penalty. Talking of VAR, interesting to read this week that Pierluigi Collina, there's confirmation of that second Kashima goal, is fully behind the idea of corners being adjudicated by VAR at the World Cup, which starting to get to absurd proportions for me, but anyway. I would say as well, if you had to do that, could you not wait and see if a goal is scored from the corner and then look at it like we do with open play, rather than look at every single corner? Anyway, it's above my pay grade. There's Kubo. Nakayama. Hiroyuki Mae. They don't quite need a miracle, but it's not far off it now for Kashiwa. Long season coming to a close with a long wait for the next season. And it would seem that Kashima Antlers, the Giants, are going to be champions again. They lead 2-0, remember. Nakagawa. Oh, superb running from him with Hasoya ahead of him. And it's created the space for Segawa. Hasoya's waiting! Own goal! Kashiwa in front. Okamura's right boot diverts it past Kosetani. And there's just a glimmer of hope for Kashiwa, and they are getting the job done. It's excellent play, this, in the build-up. Watch the run of Hasoya and then the intelligence of the pass to Segawa. I think he should do better than that. Okamura, some own goals are kind of blameless, but this one, what on earth is that? He's got other options here. I know he's facing the wrong way, but that's only ever ending badly. What would be interesting now is if Yokohama F. Marinos pull a goal back, then suddenly Kashiwa are 1 goal away from the title. And Rodriguez will be happy that they're in front. Young goal by Daihashi Okamura. Kubo. Oh, clever ball through Hasoya! So nearly a brilliant finish. And then the drive off the post again. Deflected onto the post, the same post. So close to making it 2. He's onside, all right. Goalkeeper beaten there. And then off Mochizuki. They're really unlucky. Suddenly they're full of life and energy, aren't they? Konishi gives it away. What a good spell this is. They've found this from somewhere, Kashiwa. Kashima, though, still lead by 2-0. The noise has changed completely. Koizumi. Nakagawa. Harada. Segawa. Konishi. Good spin by Koizumi. Now Sigawa to thread it through for Asoya, but just beyond. Great take here from Koizumi. Nearly perfect pass as well, wasn't it? Deafening noise from all around now. Koizumi. Late challenge on Hosoya. Here's that crazy moment again, off the post from Hosoya. And then Harada's shot ricocheting off Mochizuki and back onto the same post. Harada scored twice in this campaign against Vissel and Kyoto Sanga. Nearly getting another there. 20 minutes of the season to go. Kashima leading 2-0, meaning that they will be champions unless Yokohama F. Marinos can score twice. Kashiwa, though, at least in front here. Koizumi, well, looked like he might have been taken out, but play continues. Shoji. Konishi now. Can Machida find a final burst to finish off another excellent J-League campaign for them? Is this it? Oh, nearly. Although, I think the right arm, or left arm, was Stuck out here, let's have a look. Would have been offside anyway, yeah. Can't score like that. Change coming, defensive one. Hayashi making way, Dresovic on. And Netalabi, the excellent central midfielder who they've missed because of his injury, on as well. Signed from Gamba in July, Netalabi, excellent acquisition. Mitsamaru is going to be thrown on. 3 changes coming here for Kashiwa. Konishi. Still an outside chance if somehow Yokohama F. Marinos could score twice. Kashiwa could yet be champions, it just feels so unlikely now. Nakama coming on as well. Sigawa makes way. Koyamatsu's had a good game down the left-hand side. So Mitsamaru and Nakama, and they just pray for news from the other game. Nakagawa. Lavi straight to ground. Shoji. Finally, the yellow card. And it's for the player who's just come on. Nakama, no worse than what's gone before, but I think sometimes he just decides to show one. You sat on the bench watching that, you'd think, goodness me, why me? Nakayama to take the free kick then. Big run up here. Plenty of goals in the last 15 from both of these. He's going to crack this. Here we go. Big build-up. What's the old footballing phrase? Know your distance. How many times are you going to score from there? Even without a wall. Not an easy skill. Yuki Soma. Nakamura. Still no news from the other game, still the 2 goals from Leo Ciara. Kashima Antlers heading for the title. Sommer, was he brought down? Well, he doesn't appeal, referee says no. They can, of course, look at it. Go Kuroda's appealing. No, they're not going to look, or they have looked, and it's over. Here we go. Well, any foul would have been outside anyway. I don't think it was a foul. There's Konishi. Given that this feels like such a big moment, really, the last day in the traditional format of J-League. Last time it'll be calendar year, unless, of course, it's changed back in 10 years, we don't know, but last time for now, anyway. Could we have a dramatic conclusion? There have been some over the years. Could Yokohama F. Marinos, one of the great J-League teams, find something? Fabulous exit there from Kojima. Because just to remind you, even though it all feels a little bit like a damp squib, unlikely though it sounds, if Yokohama F. Marinos score twice in the last 10 minutes at Kashima Antlers at the moment, the team in yellow here would be champions for only the 2nd time. Don't write it off just yet. Still haven't had a shot on target, but hey-ho, you never know. A couple of set pieces, you never know. That's why we love it. Shoji. Nakagawa, and now Kubo. Here's Sawyer. Was there a stray arm there? Well, we'll go back to that if we need to. Behind for a corner. They're going to keep singing right to the end here. What a season they've had after 17th. In that last campaign. Going to fall just short, it would seem, at the moment. But they've had some run. Just a shame for them they couldn't win that J-League Cup and at least get silverware. Konishi. Here's Kubo. Looking to round things off with a touch of style, to make sure of the win. Machida, though, still with something to say, potentially. Oh, they can't believe he's given a corner. Oh, that's why. Yellow card for dissent, I think, in amongst all of that. For Konishi. Kakita and Toshima coming on. Konishi will make way, and so too will Mao Hosoya, the hero of last week. Couldn't repeat, but even if he had done, looks like it wouldn't have been enough. Kashima Antlers are heading for the title with 5 minutes remaining. Hosoya did his best over the season. He closes with 11 goals. He's unlucky not to get one here. They just managed to scramble that away. Take another look at that. Yeah, rebounded back off the woodwork. Would have been a second own goal of the game. Doesn't happen too often now. Here's Mochizuki, 5 to go. He's trying to set himself, was O. They'll look back at that series of draws in September. Few points thrown away. Kanji Kuwayama on for Nakamura. Well, close to equalising, and that would be a good finish to their campaign, and that's what he'll be after here. Still 2-0 in the other game. Soma, who came so close in the first half. There's Lavi, now Mochizuki. Soma. Played across as they still hunt down the equaliser, but Koizumi nice and cool. Couple of minutes to go in the other game as well with added time. The title's gone, but can they hang on to a win here, Kashiwa? Machida Zelvia have got other ideas. Heading for the final minute of normal time. Nearly ricocheted kindly to Nakama. Koizumi, oh, given away. This is O. Now Yuki Soma, another terrific ball across. Oh, dangerous moments for Kashiwa, they get it behind. Oh, it's a goal kick. 5 to be added. Now then, there's been a goal in the other game. Yokohama F. Marinos remarkably have pulled a goal back. If they score again, Kashiwa, unless they concede here, are champions. What drama this could be. 5 to be added there as well. Hasoya, I think, has just heard that news. He's got the look of a man who doesn't think it's all over. Jun Amano with that goal. There'll be so many nerves now at Kashima. Rodriguez knows clearly. He's looking at the clock. Wouldn't this be something? Yamanuchi's going to be thrown on. Kubo makes way. They don't need a hero, they need Yokohama F. Marinos to find one. And what he's saying now is don't throw it away. Whatever happens, don't let Marinos equalise and we concede a late goal. Because still Machida are pushing hard. Just ran away from Yamanuchi. It will change their approach now, just got to stay calm. Because they were pushing for a second as if it was all entirely over, and now it isn't. They've heard the news as well. 3 minutes remain in added time in both games, and there is a goal between them at the moment. In terms of the title, there's confirmation of that. This is the best thing to do, just keep running. Still Machida can offer a threat. Mochizuki. A big threat maybe. Oh, fired over. Pretty much level with the other game in terms of time. Nishimura that was, by the way. So a couple of minutes remain there, a couple of minutes remain here. Title still on the line. Koizumi. Soma heading for the final minute here. It's a high-quality ball in from Soma. Here's Mochizuki. He's trying to win the corner. And he can't. They do have a long throw. This will be it. They might as well pour everyone forward. Games are finishing all around J-League. The end of the campaign. Still, it hasn't finished at Kashima. And it hasn't finished here. Mochizuki's throw. Oh, one back superbly. What a tackle that is. Here's Soma. Great ball in two and a fine defensive header. Stretching up was Sugioka. One final push here. They're over the 5 in the other game as well. Keepers up, why not? Tani comes forward. Aimed in his general direction. They still haven't been able to get it clear here, Kashiwa. Has to go in now. And does. It's another brilliant defensive header. They've defended so well. Look at this, Tani on the ball at the edge of the area. Back in again, keeper with an unconvincing punch. Away it goes. Kashima are champions. It's finished in the other game and it finishes here. And in the most dramatic conclusion, there ended up being a goal between them. If Yokohama F. Marinos could have scored again, it would have been Kashiwa's title. As it stands, Kashima Antlers win it. Oh dear, and they're booming out, "We are the champions" here, which isn't great, because they're not. What an effort, what a run they gave it. 6 wins in a row to finish the season, but it wasn't quite enough. They can't complain about the commitment of Yokohama F. Marinos. They fell just short there, and it means Kashiwa have fallen just short here. After the dust has settled, it's a remarkable season from them. Could have been different. Kashima win the title by a point from Rodriguez's side, because they won 2-1 against Yokohama F. Marinos. And here, in the end, after that own goal in the second half, it finished Kashiwa Reysol 1, Machida Zelvia 0. Yeah, he knows now. He's been told. What a shame for him, but joy for Kashima. One of the dominant sides, of course, in the history of this league, and they're champions again. We will have to hear from somebody. It's going to be a difficult interview, that, but they'll doubtless want to say plenty to the fans. Not sure who you'd choose. Maybe has to be the captain. There's confirmation of the full time that we knew. Someone will come forward and speak for Kashiwa before we leave you, and we will then leave them to their mourning here. But in the end, they'll sit back and celebrate and reflect on a great season, an amazing journey. But in the end, they weren't quite good enough. And having stuttered and slipped so much to let others in, credit to Kashima for winning their last three to be champions, because the pressure was unrelenting. No one is going to want to come and talk. Someone's going to have to in a moment. Machida players go over to their fans.
古賀選手に
Here
お
we
越しいた
go.
だきました。まず今日の試合に振り返りたいんですが、1対0、勝つということをしっかり成し遂げました。どう振り返りますか？
そうですね、立ち上がりからロングボールを入れてくる相手で、ロングスローだったりセットプレーでも強みを発揮してくる相手に対して、苦しい時間もありましたけど、準備してきたものを出せたと思いますし、しっかりゼロで終えれて、オンゴールという形だとは思いますけど、しっかり最後ホームで勝ち切れたということは、ポジティブに捉えたいなと思います。
高い度の結果を得て、2位という結果になりました。改めて今シーズンの柏の戦い、どのように振り返られますか？
そうですね、悔しいですね。もちろん最後の最後まで優